All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And we just saw that little clip there, and it tells us what we're going to speak about right now. We are speaking about the inaugural NGC Bocas Youth Fest. And joining me this morning to speak about that, it would be Jean-Claude Kuna, who is the Youth Business Development Manager of the NGC Bocas Youth Fest. We're also going to be chatting with Sarah Prince, who is the youth debater of the same. Good morning to my guests, and welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining with us. And I'm really excited about this because, you know, the NGC Bocas Lit Fest is one that is highly regarded and probably the biggest literary celebration in the Caribbean. But now, I know there were parts of it that were tailored toward the youth, but now we have made a whole separate thing specifically for the youth in the form of this Youth Fest. So let me start with you first, Jean-Claude. Why is it that you have found the need to create a separate celebration or a separate festival for youth?
Oh, hi, good morning, everyone. So basically, it's about growth. Over the last 10 years, the festival always had elements that spoke to young people, workshops, we'd have the poetry slam and various events. But as time grew, we realized that we needed to evolve. So at a certain point in time, we could have managed just doing the main festival, and that was basically a lot to pull off. But now, with a greater capacity, we're now able to demonstrate growth by really focusing on a festival for children, a festival for youth, and a main festival that still includes youth. And the dream is really to help young people to get more connected to literature. Anybody who has a passion for reading, anybody who has a passion for words, to really come and ideas, to really have a space dedicated to them where they can explore their interests and a variety of interests. So it's really exciting and new groundbreaking movement in Bocas Lit Fest history.
Surely, and you know, having the young voices out there, because you know the literary arts are so important. You know, as we've seen in time immemorial, where it is used to address current issues, it's also used to address you know, things happening in society and beyond, and also on the fictional side as well. But the young people have always had a voice, and having a platform where the young people can voice their views is so important. And let me chat with you, Sarah. You are a youth debater, and you know, coming up, one of the highlights of the festival is the youth debate. Tell us about that part of it, and you know, tell us about your personal involvement.
Well, first of all, I would just like to say thank you so much to NGC and the Bocas Lit Fest for the opportunity for me being involved in this debate, because this was my first time as a debater, and they would have put their trust in me and given me the opportunity to run with it and still be able to be myself. So I'm very grateful for that. The experience was interesting. I would have learned a lot from my colleagues on the side I would have debated for, as well as the colleagues on the other side. I would have learned how to approach debates, that's one.
Right.
And then I learned how to think as well, and how they thought about the process as well.
And how do you think more young people can get involved in it and be encouraged to, you know, express themselves through the literary arts, you know, not only in spoken word poetry and the like that the Bocas Lit Fest is known for, but also, you know, through authorship and through music even, because all these are within the literary arts.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, can you hear me? Sarah?
I missed the question, sorry.
I was asking Sarah, how does she think that more young people can be encouraged to, you know, express themselves through the literary arts?
I think it could be a matter of not thinking about it as being an overwhelming situation, because when I think about that, it seems like such a big topic by itself and that you have to do so much. But I would say to start where you are and, you know, just let your talents work for you. Don't try to be something that you are not. So just work on your talents, invest in yourself, you know, try to develop areas that you are already interested in and push that.
Definitely, definitely. And back to you, Jean-Claude. You know, is there a specific youth audience that this is tailored toward? What's the age group? What's the demographic you're looking at?
Okay, great question. So anybody under 30, anybody who really identifies as a youth can attend it. There are a wide variety of interests covered. So the festival starts with an event that actually has beginners in the spoken word space, doing an event called Stand and Deliver. So they would have participated in a master class teaching them the fundamentals of spoken word. And this actually will be one of their first performances for several of them. It moves into an interview with an established author who is internationally published and is a young person. So she would share about her process, and that would be really exciting. We have even for filmmakers or people interested in Trinidad and Tobago, young people who just love the country. We have an amazing film, Port of Spain, A Writer's Haven, that will be broadcast, and it features Wendell Warren. And if you have ever walked around the streets of Port of Spain, you would see how different streets and different places became set pieces for great literary works. And we have, for Instagrammers, people who are interested in Instagram, we have this new idea for bookstagramming.
Right.
And we talk with two bookstagrammers who actually would be sharing a bit about what bookstagramming is like. And then even if you're writing the CSEC exam, we have one of the most prolific poets in the Caribbean, Olive Senior.
Right.
She's the poet laureate of Jamaica, and she would actually be sharing with three CSEC students. They would be interviewing her and getting tips about the meaning of poetry and about her journey in becoming a poet. Then we have the big debate, which Sarah would be part of. And one very special event is we will be launching intergenre, the first intergenre youth award, the NGC Bocas Youth Writer Award. And anybody, musicians, lyrics writers, blog writers, script writers, poets, all forms of writing would be celebrated in that award. So that award would be launched, and we'll be putting out the details on how the award would work and the dynamics of it. So there's something, I think, for every young person under 30 and anybody young at heart.
Definitely. And I want to hear from the young people as well. And Sarah is with us, representing the youth side of it. And Sarah, I have a question. Do you believe that youth today have a better future in Trinidad and Tobago than our parents and grandparents?
Well, initially, going into the debate, most of us believed that youth had a brighter future. However, during the debate, we came across a lot of issues that still need to be dealt with in Trinidad and Tobago, and a lot of development gaps that need to be addressed. But stay tuned tomorrow on Friday to see that debate.
Yeah, definitely. And where can we get access to the NGC Bocas Youth Fest? Where do we log in? Where can we attend if there's any in-person attendance as well? Jean-Claude.
Right. So it's totally digital, and you could just basically go to the Bocas Lit Fest page at 1 p.m. on Thursday, or YouTube on the Bocas Lit Fest YouTube page, and it will be live streamed. And the entire event will live stream from without you having to sign up for any particular link or anything like that. You just go on the page, and there will be one live stream of each event. You can look at the schedule. The schedule is on the Bocas Lit Fest website, as well as the Bocas Lit Fest Facebook page. And based on that, you can tune into a segment that you would like to. But I'd encourage you just, relax. It's a Thursday, home from school or university close. So just at 1 o'clock, tune in straight down to 5:30 and enjoy.
All right, and that is a great way to wrap this one up. Definitely something to look forward to and enjoy. And of course, we can check all the social media handles, NGC Bocas Lit Fest, and we can tune in. You have to go on the NGC Bocas Lit Fest page, but you can follow the social media handles as well, NGC Bocas Youth Fest, and get more information and log in and experience the talent of the youth of Trinidad and Tobago and get more information as well. All right, so I want to thank you so much, Jean-Claude Kuna, Youth Business Development Manager, NGC Bocas Lit Fest. And I want to thank you as well, Sarah Prince, and she's a youth debater, and we are looking forward to this coming up this week. All right, with that, we're going to take a short break. We still have just a little more. We are quick quickly approaching the closing time of the show, but we have a little bit more for you still. Stay right where you are.